Here we've got the demo M2 system, and what I'd like to do is walk you through the content and basic alignment of this system. So once you open the Pelican case, what you'll see inside is our fully assembled M2 system, neatly wrapped in plastic. You will find two breadboards with posts attached, along with the power cables and USB hub. You will also find a Heaney laser, two alignment mirrors, four lenses with different focal lengths ranging from 200 to 500 millimeters, and the alignment kit. You will also have a set of wrenches for adjustment and the full set of instructions along with the contents that should be inside your demo set. Note, contents do not include a PC or power strip. You should always download the latest version of software from our website, but a backup version is available on a USB stick. Carefully lift the M2 system out of the Pelican case. Be extra careful not to bump the alignment mirrors. And you lift the system out of the case, you may need a second hand to remove it from the plastic wrap. Once you do, carefully place it on the table along with the corresponding breadboards. Note the location of the screw holes and posts. The rear breadboard has the two posts nearest to each other for the Heaney laser. You will want to use the existing screws and locations to screw in the M2 system to the breadboards. Securely fasten the M4 screws. Careful not to over tighten for risk of damaging the mounting plate. Then you will drop in the alignment mirrors, and finally the Heaney laser. Be sure to put them all the way down and tighten up the screws. Next, pull out the various cables that come in the system. Here we have the special USB that plugs into the back of the M2. Here we have the 48 volt power supply for the M2 system, the 12 volt power cable for the laser, the USB 3.0 with micro B right angle connector for the Beamage camera, and the USB 3.0 hub with power supply and USB cable. Begin connecting the cables to the back of the M2 system. You will start with the special USB 3.0 and the 48 volt power supply. Note the three pins need to be carefully aligned and the bezel hand tightened. Then you will plug in the cable to the Heaney laser, followed by the special USB with right angle connector to the Beamage camera. There are two screws which you will tighten carefully with the flathead screwdriver that is provided. Be careful not to over tighten these screws. Next, you will connect the other side of that USB cable to the USB 3.0 hub. Connect the power cable to the back of the USB hub and the USB cable to PC. You will also want to make sure that your computer is powered up. If it is not, you will get a message in the software telling you that it needs to be. Finally, you will want to make sure the special USB from the M2 system is plugged into the hub, and the very last step is to plug the hub USB 3.0 into your PC. When you do, you will hear a chime, and you should see the blue power light come on the hub. For the Heaney laser provided with the demo system, you will be wanting to use the focal length 300mm lens. You will want to make sure the iris is fully open. Set the ND filters in the down position and screw in the alignment tube that is provided with the kit. You will also want to check that the 4 mirrors provided are in a neutral position by adjusting the alignment screws so that the mirror is parallel to the mounting plates. With the card provided, go ahead and block the beam and fire up the laser. The laser should strike somewhere near the first mirror, which we will call P1, and reflect toward the second mirror and into the system. You will want to grossly align the 2 mirrors until the beam is reflecting near the center of your alignment tube. Go ahead and then tighten down the screws on the posts to fix the mirrors in place. One point I want to note is you want to make sure that the mirrors are tightly screwed to the post, otherwise it will slip later when you're trying to make adjustments, and you will have to redo everything back to the beginning. So once the first reflection is hitting the front of the tube, you will want to make some fine adjustments with the screws on the back of the first mirror for the front to get the beam to show through the hole of the alignment tube. Once it is showing through the front of the alignment tube and reflecting on the back, you will then want to adjust the second mirror to get that centered on the second hole. As you do that, you will notice the first one moves again. So you will need to go back and forth between the 2 mirrors, adjusting the first mirror for the front and the second mirror for the back until the laser beam is fully aligned with the alignment tube. Next, you will remove the alignment tube and close the iris down until it's about 3 millimeters large, or you see a little red ring around the iris. Go ahead and then start up your PC Beamage software. Note you will see a prompt appear for showing the camera and the serial number. Click OK. Start capture and go into the 2D view. Now click on the Advanced tab and select M². You will see in the control panel here the manual settings. You will want to click on the right arrow to move the stage to the furthest location. Now you're going to do the fine adjustment by adjusting the front location with the beam against the iris and the first mirror, and the back location on the camera with the second mirror. As you adjust one, it will adjust the other, and so you will need to iterate until both the location on the iris is centered and the location on the camera is also centered. Once this is done, your system is fully set up to do your first measurement. Now that you are aligned, you will want to open the iris and select the left arrow to verify that the beam stays centered on the camera. For your initial measurement, you will want to go into the Setup tab to verify a couple of key parameters. First, make sure that the rotation of the camera is set to 90 degrees. This is to reflect the fact that the camera is actually rotated in the system. Then set your image averaging to none. Since this is an initial measurement, we are not too concerned with accuracy at this point. And lastly, you will want to set your active area so that the laser beam is no larger than 1/3 of the active area. Pro tip: the smaller the active area, the faster the measurement will be. So this will help to ensure that you get a fast M² measurement. Lastly, go into the M² setup page. You will want to verify that the wavelength is set correctly, in this case to 633, and the focal length for the lens, in this case 300 millimeters, is set properly. Before we do our first measurement, we want to do a background subtraction. For that, you want to go back into the PC Beamage tab, select Subtract Background, and follow the prompt. Here it says to please lock your laser. We do that and press OK. Wait until the system is done. And now you're ready for your first measurement. Now we will start the initial M² measurement. Now that we are finished with the initial measurement, the system knows approximately the Rayleigh length and the approximate beam waist location. It shows some initial M² results, but for best results, we want to now go and do an ISO scan. Once your initial measurement is complete, you can now select the ISO scan button. They will ask you, do you want to save previous data? Select no. And now it will go through a fully automated ISO M² measurement. In this case, it is recognizing that the attenuation is not correct and asking to add attenuation. So we can flip up the ND filter, select continue, and the system will complete the measurement. Note that while the system is going through the process, you can also toggle between the different views and see the position of the beam on the display. You have now completed a full M² measurement.